some bread. We're talking about some whole wheat bread and of course the white bread. We have some cake, which is basically green tea cake, and some fruit cake happening there as well, and some muffins. And then when we move on this other side, now this is where we're going to cook our amazing dishes today, and we're talking about wrap. We're going to make a wrap. We have some chapatis here, which are basically dry chapatis, and then we're just going to toast them up with some avocados, chicken. So it's going to be like a chicken and avocado wrap. And then when we move on this other side, let's talk about the ingredients that we have here. We have some coriander, we have some spinach, we have some eggs, sausages, and of course some beef bacon, where we're going to do a loaded breakfast on a pan. It's just going to be amazing. So thank you guys for joining me today on Power Breakfast. Again, I'm here with Chef Ken all the way from Gong Hills, and it's going to be amazing. Yeah. Are you ready to cook today, Chef?
Very well.
That's good. So let's make it work.
Okay.
What we're going to do, we're going to start with the wrap, which is basically going to be the chicken and avocado wrap. So let's take a look at this chicken here, which is already marinated. So what we have here is some garlic and ginger marinade with the chicken. So the idea is basically to marinate your chicken overnight to get the beautiful flavors within. So all we're going to do, we just want to slice this chicken into thin slices, so it's going to be very easy to cook. So the idea of marinating overnight is that the flavors will infuse really well inside, and then you slice them into really thin chunks and then just throw them in the pan. So this is the chicken breast, and of course this is basically one part that everyone loves, which is the chicken full of steak and full of flavor. But then cooking the chicken breast, again, it's very easy and fast. It cooks really fast without a problem. So all you want to do is basically just pan sear it. I have some oil happening here. I'm just going to throw the oil in my pan and ensure that your pan is really hot so that you can be very easy and gentle to pan sear. So distribute the oil all over the pan. Make sure that the pan is well distributed and really hot, and then you just want to go in with your chicken slices from the breast. So gently just place them on top, and this chicken is nice and flavorful because already it has infused all the flavors. Look at that. Like all the flavors are already infused inside, and it's nice, and when you cook it's going to be just lovely and juicy. So throw it in the pan, and in less than 3 minutes the chicken is going to cook. So as the chicken is cooking, we're just going to make sure that we line our pan with lots of chicken in here, and then we're going to start cutting our avocado. This is basically our second ingredient for the wrap. Look at that. So about 3 minutes, this should be good. At least 1.5 minutes on each side, and you want to flip it. Got the sizzle. Distribute that oil. Try and see if you can get a flambe. Yeah, and you're almost there. So what we're going to do now, we're just going to slice our avocado. So all you need to do first is cut the avocado into two. That is good. Cut avocado into two. Remove that the seed. Are we going to call it a seed? Great. And then what you want to do with avocado is like to get nice chunks, like beautiful slices. You want to cut it into two, and then just want to slowly get a nice thin slice, and then you'll end up peeling it later on. So all you need to do is basically get nice slices so that they're presentable on the, plate presentation. That's what we definitely call it. And then you can easily peel it just with the hand. Look at that. Really easy and simple. You peel it. So it's basically avocado tip. And that turns really fast. So that works really fast. Again, to get rid of the oxidation. Sometimes when you cut avocado, it tends to change color. So oxidation takes place. So for you to get rid of that oxidation, all you want to do is basically slice lime or lemon, and then you want to squeeze it on top. So this will prevent it from turning into a dark color. It will just make it nice and green. So it's going to stay green for a longer period of time. Let's go back to our chicken. It's nice and golden brown. Really good. Turn it. So again, at least 1.5 minutes each side. We're talking of 3 minutes total. Good. Get your flambe. Fire. Really good. It smokes that chicken and makes it even more flavorful. So this is good. Now we can start assembling our wrap. So other ingredients we're going to use to assemble our wrap is basically some fries. These are basically cooked fries already. So what we're going to do, we just want to make them a bit hot. So I'm just going to throw them in the same pan. And I'm just going to kind of warm them up so that when I sort everything together, it's going to look nice and good. So let's assemble our wrap. We're going to use the plate, chef. The plate. We're going to assemble our wrap from here. So first thing we're going to do is your dry chapati. We have a dry chapati here. So we want to take some mayonnaise and a spoon. We're just going to throw in the mayonnaise. The mayonnaise is going to be more of like a spread just to moisten that chapo. So give it a nice spread. Of course, if you are a bit on the healthier side, just want to use a bit of some olive oil, it's fine at the end of the day. But then, for us who loves to eat fancy and big, we're good the way we are, the way it is. So great. We're going to go in with some chicken. Just going to place them on top. So you can just pile them up on top without a problem. On one side, really good. And then now we can go in with some lettuce on the side. And again, lettuce just gives it that nice salad, salad feel. At the end of the day, you need some salad in your life to balance, that meal. And then now we're going to go in with some avocado. That's why it's a chicken and avocado wrap. The avocado that's already flavorful because already it has some lime in there as well. So just to make it even more fun. And again, assemble it really well. How does that look? Good already? Great. Now we're going to go in with some onions, which are basically caramelized onions. And how to make your own caramelized onions at home. All you want to do is basically just pan fry some onions with a bit of some vinegar. And then it will produce its own juices and become even nice and delicious. So look at that, really good. So this can easily be an open face tart without a problem. Open face wrap. So hit that. Then you can open it. Go in with your ketchup. That's good. And then now we go in with the fries. Just a bit of the fries. It's like you want to make this wrap a complete wrap. Now the catch is to wrap it now. So look at that. That's nice and done. Let's clean this, chef. That's nice and done. Now this is an open face wrap. But then now it needs to be a wrap, so we need to wrap it. So we need to tighten it and wrap it. But then look at the content inside. We got some fries happening there. We have some tomato, ketchup. We have some onions. We have some avocado. And then we have chicken as well, which looks really delicious and juicy. Now let's wrap it. Let's just make that word make sense. So what you want to do when you wrap it, take that spoon and then just make sure that's nice and tight. And then you want to go around and squeeze everything inside, so that you get almost everything intact in it. Finya kwa lugha ya Kiswahili, si ndio chef? Finya vizuri. Tuko na toothpick. Great, so we're just going to take some toothpicks and then we're going to stick them. Is it actually sticking or pricking? It's pricking. Prick it here. Yeah. Prick it there. So we're just going to do... The idea of pricking here is that we don't want it to simona mejaza vitu ndani, so utaki ifunguke, unaifunga vizuri hivyo. And then now look at that, looks really good, but then we still have to slice it into two. So let's get a knife and slice it. Here we are. So what we're going to do, we're going to slice it, and then now you're going to present it on your plate. Yeah, get rid of that skewer. Good. Now let's get a plate and then we'll see what's happening inside. So look at that. Look at that. You can see that chicken, you can see the avocado, you can see the lettuce, and then you can see the tomato ketchup as well. So how you want to present this is basically up to you. The way it is, let's do a quick garnish where we're going to go in with our ketchup. And then we're going to do our signature. There you go. So some fries probably to go in there. Yeah. Fries for breakfast. We're basically just changing this breakfast trend and just making it sound even fun at the end of the day. We have avocado in there and it's basically brunch, So good. Look at that. Almost done. Cool stuff. And then we jump into yeah, we can just jump into the next recipe. As you guys look at that. And the next recipe is going to be a dip where we'll go with this. So you need a dip to kind of dip this wrap in there and complete that meal. So let's make the dip. And for the dip, all you will need is basically some yogurt. We're talking about some plain yogurt. So we have plain yogurt, and the idea of yogurt is that it's nice and thick and really easy to whip. You can use buttermilk, which is basically maziwa mala, right? But then yogurt will just give it a nice smoothness, and it's really nice and thick. So for the ingredients, basically all you need is some natural yogurt or buttermilk. Then you will need some lime or lemon juice, and of course some coriander. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to chop some quick coriander here. I have some nice green coriander, and again I want to chop them. One thing with coriander is that you don't want to over chop the coriander, so just kind of cut it because you don't want the coriander to mash. That's good enough. Take the coriander or cilantro or kotimiri. You know, people just call it in a lot of is it going to be like a lot of languages? At the end of the day, you know, kila mtu kuna jina yake. Then we go in with our lemon or lime juice. Always have a problem with lemon and lime. This is basically lemon. Limao. Yeah. So lemon, just to get that nice tanginess in there. It's actually optional if you want to add some salt in there, like, you know, salt it. It's basically up to you. But then I would do without. Just make it even fun. So here is our dip. Look at that, which is basically coriander, yogurt, and some lemon juice to get that extra tanginess in there. And then you just serve it with the wrap. It's going to be a lovely dip. So let's get that wrap. Then probably we want to do our dip on the fries. Is it? Yeah. So it's more of like you just made your own sour cream. Sour cream is basically whipped cream with a bit of some lemon, and then you are good. Look at that. Really, really good. Fantastic. So we're just going to keep this aside and continue with the next recipe. Great. So the next recipe is basically loaded. We're talking about loaded breakfast pan. So you're at home and you're just wondering what to do. You have eggs, you have sausages, you have some bacon, and you wonder, like, what do I do to make my breakfast fancy and really fast? So I'm going to show you a really easy tip to get your breakfast all in one pan and have it nice and delicious and gorgeous at the same time. So here's what you'll need. You will need some sausages, of course a hot pan happening there, and then of course some sausages, bacon, and of course olive oil. It's really important. So I'm just going to throw in some olive oil in there. And first I'm going to start pan frying the sausages. Sausages, people at home tend to deep fry sausages. But then what I always tell people that you can always pan fry them, and they'll cook as evenly as possible. And this is already processed meat in here. So at the end of the day, you don't need a lot of time to cook it. So roughly 5 minutes would be good to cook sausages, but then for now we're talking about literally 4 to 5 minutes. It's going to be nice and good. And shallow frying so that you don't get that oil all over. You don't want to be really crispy. You want it to be nice and soft towards the inside and crispy on the outside. This is the whole idea of making sausages. So do not deep fry sausages. Just pan fry it really easily and simple. It's going to be delicious. So on the same pan, I have some sausages happening there. And you see sausages tend to firm up. Yani inakuwa kama inashikana vizuri kile ukiweka kwa moto, which again at the end of the day, you see you get nice brown color and it firms up really fast and cooks really fast as well. So we're just going to go in with some bacon on the same pan. So we have slices of bacon, and this is beef bacon. You know, our show is halal. So got some beef bacon, and bacon tastes really good and tastes as good as any other bacon. Look at that. It tastes as good as you know, the ordinary bacon. It's just that it's beef bacon. And when we talk about bacon, it's basically smoked, thin slice of beef, smoked and, you know, salted as well. So whenever you're making bacon, you don't want to add extra salt. It smells really good. You know, this reminds me of a 5-star hotel, like, you know, when you just go into a breakfast and then you just get the beautiful smell of the bacon and sausages. So what we're going to do, we just want to pan fry the sausages and the bacon until nice and cooked. And then at the same time, what we're gonna do, we're gonna throw in some other ingredients. There's gonna be some eggs in here. So toss it well. And here is well, it's
my man, what's going on? Chef K, what's going on? You know what it is?
At one moment, this felt like a cookery show. And now, cookery show. And now it feels like a hype TV show. You know, actually,
Hi guys, been hashtag for TV Kenya, SMS 242.
Oh my God, thank you so much for coming, man. This is amazing.
Chicken avocado.
Bwana. Hiyo, sasa ndo unaonja manake hii inahitaji kama dakika 2 kuiva 3.
Rudi nyuma kidogo
Sasa unaweza kuonja.
Itakuwa ngumu sana.
Oh my God.
Tusi itakuwa noma sana, itakuwa ubaya. Sasa kwanza
Kama ukuonja, right?
Kuna konga na jasho, so unajipanguza kwanza jasho. Manake una anticipate that the food is going to be so good, you're going to sweat. Then you put your jasho away. Then you use your hand sanitizer, which I'm using here because it is branded. You cannot show you. Yeah. Basi, asante sana. Ningependa kuchukua nafasi huu. I want to apologize to this food. If I have wronged this food in any way, I ask for the forgiveness of the food. If I have wronged this food in any way, I would like to apologize. And also to the chicken that gave its life for this. No more will we take your life for granted. Thank you, chicken.
How does it taste?
No, son.
Fantastic.
Hata kama ni kokolastic. Fantastic, sprite-tastic. All the tastics.
It's okay.
Chef Ali, you did it again.
Yeah, just many morning, right?
Kuna avocado hapa.
Avocado wangu. Kila kitu kama ndani. Sasa tuiweke baadaye hiyo sasa. Tuendelee hapa tuko na masose. Tuko na masose happening here. So again, we talked about sausages and not deep fried sausages. So look at that. These are basically shallow fried sausages. And look at that. Nice and cooked. And you're still going to retain the beautiful juices.
Basi ndio hiyo tunazidi kuziweka ndani pale. Ndani kwa mdomo pamoja na ndani kwenye pan.
Ambao hapa tuko na spinach. Ambao tulidungilia hapa. And as you say, this is basically like, you know, a breakfast in a pan, like a quick.
It's a nice mix, right?
So we have an ingredient that we want to throw in here, some cream, right? This is basically going to be now our homemade cream.
Oh, hii ni homemade, imetengenezwa vipi?
Homemade cream, imechanganywa unga na maziwa. Sasa watengenezele, baba tengenezele waone. Hapa tayari.
Si complicated.
Kwani tayari hapa? Tupike. Tupike homemade cream, eh? So it's basically going to be more of like bechamel sauce, eh? And bechamel is basically milk and a bit of some flour to get that nice thickness. So if you cannot buy the cream, like when I say masupawa na tabu, cream haiko stocked, becomes a bit of a problem. You just want to throw in some milk, and then we're gonna go with some flour in there, get it nice and thick.
So you just mix and gather everything. There's butter pia. Butter pia inaenda pale.
Nakasiagi pale ndani.
The butter is good for making this the bechamel sauce. So we shall put the butter first, and then put our flour,
So butter.
and then our spinach.
So we're easily making a roux.
Yeah, roux.
Ati who?
Roux. R-O-U-X. Roux.
R-O-U. Oh, so ni French.
Yeah, it's a French word.
So roux, si roux. Roux, si roux, I know. Ni roux.
Bechamel cream, some onions, finely chopped onions. Yep.
Chop them so that you mix them and I gather them thing.
Yep.
Shout out to Wasiwote Manu. Hata Rashid pale naona unajua unatazama Rashid. Rashid
Anaitwa Rashid Ibrahim. Rashid Ibrahim, najua natazama pale. Na kuona sana kaka.
Great. And then I would just want to put some flour. Okay, so this is different from the roux. This is basically thickening your spinach.
Oh, okay.
Great. So thickening your spinach, you make it nice and creamy. So
so naweka flour pale juu pia.
So flour will help it like thicken, and then it's going to be like nice and creamy. This is basically plain. Alafu taka pa juice, ndio?
Yeah.
Good. And then we go in with the milk now.
Milk now.
Oh. So unaweza kula hivi
inakuwa kama cream
vizuri sana, like creamed spinach now. This one is creamed spinach. Or we make the veloute. We call it veloute this stage.
veluto ni ke?
Veloute. It is the first stage, and then blondie, and then brown sauce.
Veluke, blondie, brown sauce, Badman thing. Shaelewa.
Look at that. Really good.
So it's like creamed mushroom, eh?
Great. So we have some creamed spinach over my plain spinach. This breakfast is just gonna be like breakfast. Hii inakaa safi sana. Hii inakaa una serve.
Watu sasa.
Not a problem. So I'm just gonna transfer this into the more heat here, and then we're gonna go with some cheese. So we're gonna get some cheese.
Yeah, but nothing wrong. You gotta get some cheese on it.
Yeah, gotta get some
Throw some cheese. Flake. Leo nalantuma words. Roux, blondie, flake. Ile ngine ulisema nini? Mudrusi ndio sino.
Those are the type of roux we have in cooking. Yeah.
You roux mazee, una roux.
The stages yake. There is stages.
With some coriander,
Okay.
right, as well?
Coriander.
And let's throw that coriander on top.
Rusha.
So ideally, after putting the cheese, you want to cover it so that everything will melt.
So it'll melt on top, right?
Yeah. Yeah, lakini hapa sasa tutaacha iwe tu kwa grace ya Mungu, si ndio? God grace is just gonna
tunaachia Mungu si. Niliona pahali even as to prepare hivi wazee. Kuna cake za Shefalizi na safiri na business class peke yake tu. Nilikuwa na pale umeweka cake seatbelts.
Unaenda pale kwa Instagram and then you see, this is how expensive Chevali and the cakes are. So when you want to place an order, you just gotta nafikiria tu.
That made my morning.
Cake ni superstar mwingine.
Ushaelewa. Nilifurahi sana kuona hivyo.
That's good. So we're just gonna sprinkle some coriander, and we'll be good. We'll be good. So again, now at this point, you want to go in with some ketchup if you like. So ketchup to go up.
Pam 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 hapo kwenye sausage. Pam 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 pam.
We have Tabasco as well.
No, ni Tabasco ama Tabasco?
Sijui. Kwani ni Tabasco.
Hapa imeandikwa Tabasco. Waweka Tabasco sauce pale. Fire upon the place. Fire upon the place. Spice it up and everything will be light and nice. Pole.
Amazing.
Pole.
Good. Look at that. Nice and done. Our final recipe is going to be a mango cooler.
Mango cooler.
The blend already fixed. Right?
So itakuwa ice.
So what we're going to do, we're going to use some mangoes.
Mango cooler.
Itabidi ushambueleke nyumbani ile kimpono. Unajua? Unashikilia hivi. Wow, that's
ni kali isn't it? Yeah, that Tabasco imeingia pale.
Tunashikilia na mkono alafu na slice hapa juu. So we're going to cut our mangoes into chunks, and then we're going to get some ice cold milk, and then we are going to
mango cooler. It's important because nimeona Tabasco sauce umeweka hapa ndani. Tutahitaji hiyo mango cooler.
We need a cooler.
Yeah, tunahitaji cooler.
I have to basically just make us nice
cooler ya maembe pale. Maembe barafu.
So as the mangoes are being cut, we're just going to quickly take a quick...
Yeah, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Check that out. We have your spinach on one side. You have your sausage over there with some nice ketchup on top. Then you have your bacon on the side as well. Some cheese right on top. Coriander on the top to lace it up and fire it up thing. And then some egg up over. Even though you need to over easy. Yeah, over easy. Yeah,
over easy breakfast on a pan, which is really, really
it's good. Called breakfast on a pan.
Really good. We have
just need to release it from the pan to get into the stomach. Ni nani atakayepewa hii zamani? Kama unataka bonyeza sufuri. Okay, I'm kidding. Tuko sawa.
Let's get that ice cold milk. Good. So we have some mangoes. that we are gonna throw inside a blender.
Inside.
So enough mangoes, and this would work really well with mangoes that are really.
Is it mango season, by the way?
I don't know.
It's over. The season is over now. Yeah,
so
for the mangoes.
Unapata
embe lichachu. It is a bit bitter now. Yeah, the season is over.
Embe ni chachu. Na usitumie embe chachu kwenye roux.
So we got some ice
cold milk.
Like ice cold, literally ice cold.
Yeah, kuna ice hapo hivyo ndani. Tubarafu, acha tuinue kidogo ndio. Kuna kabarafu pale.
Ice cold milk.
Na kuna ingine tunaongeza.
Yes, barafu.
Another barafu there. In there like swimwear, because swimwear gets in there.
Such a recipe, you don't need extra sugar. You can do 1 tablespoon of sugar if you wish. But then I'd rather not. Yeah, let's do one. Let's do one.
Oh, we're doing what now? Tunaongeza.
So this is basically a teaspoon, but it's optional. It's actually
so you can do it without, you know? Market the whatever has enough.
Yeah. So una blend. Look on a test mwanzo. Hapo sawa? Great. Blend. Big glass. So we are blending a mango cola, and all you need is basically some milk and mangoes and a little bit of sugar. Good stuff. Look at that glass.
Yep.
Glass hapa ndo vizuri. Tumfungulie.
Tufungulie tuone.
Hey. Mango cola is like a winner whenever I make it at home, and my wife has just become a big fan. She makes this every single day.
Basi wife wa Chef Ali pale. Ndo huyo, na pia kuna wale wamesikia kuna wife na pengine umevunjika moyo, usijali. We are begging also for forgiveness.
No, tunaruhusiwa wanne by the way.
Oh, naruhusiwa wanne.
Islamu.
Guys.
Oh, tunaruhusiwa wanne.
Wacha niwaambie.
Hii dunia leo.
Ni hayo tu, mimi nimewachia hapo. Si mimi nimesema. Let the record reflect.
Right, so we have our mango cooler here, which basically cool that Tabasco.
Yeah.
That chili. And again, it's really
nice. Really fast to make. I like that. That is just
mango
yeah.
and milk, and you can do bananas. You can do whatever you want, just to make it even fun. And of course, to wrap it up, let's make some tea.
Yep. Tutengeneze chai sasa. Leo tutatengeneza chai gani? Unajua sasa.
We're gonna do ginger and lemon tea, which is basically a really soothing kind of tea, kama unasikia
throat kidogo.
So again, open the tea bag. And then you have some hot water happening there. When you want to brew tea, so if you want it nice and mild, you want to do at least 2 minutes. If you want it really conk, you want to do 3 minutes, or keep it forever. Keep the tea bag forever in that cup and brew it slowly, and then you get a nice, soothing aroma. Amazing. We miss Joey this morning.
Yep. Hapo iko sawa, tuko hapo hivyo.
Move to a testing table.
From
there, man, you just met this.
We hapa hivi tuko ndani kabisa. Duff nuts tulikuwa nazo hapo. Mayai hapo hivyo, as you can see, this is the one. For those of you who are watching, I know it must be very difficult kuangalia hivi. Pengine umeamka kama kana jaa, usijari. The recipe tutatengeneza tu hapa hivi, then you can go and replicate this at home. Imagine waking up to this in the house. If you are the husband, you are going to get tremendous points. If you are the wife, you are also going to double up your points.
So let's try and see if we can plate it the way it is on the plates. So let's see. I know the egg itatoka to bila shida, and then we'll try and replicate the same. So let's do that.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. Already at the sausage ilikuwa imekwamilia mayai.
Imekwamia manake cheese na nini pale. So
we shall call that sausage, kwa sababu imekwamilia mayai, we shall call that sausage Mugabe.
Just do crazy things. Look at that meal. Amazing. So you want to take that bacon? Yes. Place it there.
Yeah, that's good. But then the Tabasco in a steam.
Let's get it.
Hear me coughing?
Tabasco is fermented chili.
Yeah.
Yani imepikwa mpaka
ikapikika. Wapi? Chai ushaweka pale. All right.
Kama vile tuna
sorry.
Wine.
Yeah.
Kama vile wine iko fermented.
Exactly. That is how they ferment this Tabasco.
Chili and becomes Tabasco.
Yeah.
So it's like aged.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
it's aged.
Yeah, it
Unaweza kuwa na Tabasco 18 years, Tabasco 12 years.
cheese pia, the more it stays, the more it ripens. So we call it the ripe cheese. So it's the best cheese. Ile inanuka sana, the one that smells very badly.
Vibaya ama.
Yeah, badly. That's hiyo ndio nzuri.
Ndio nzuri, kile kinuka vibaya cheese by the way, ndio nzuri.
Ndio nzuri.
So ukipata cheese kidogo na kama kuna blue cheese ile.
Na
Camembert cheese.
Camembert.
Bei yake ndio mbaya.
Mbona hiyo Camembert iko na jina Kamba? Are you trying to say something? All right. Twende pale tuweze ku testi kuonja pale.
Fikiria tuongeze kitu ya kupika kidogo hapa.
Tuongeze sio?
Tuongeze kidogo.
Kuna nini?
Kutengeza zinaitwaje hizi manyanya. Tomato. Manyanya ambazo zimekuwa grilled. We're just going to quickly learn how to make some grilled tomatoes because we have a bit of some time. So we're just going to clean. Again, it's very important to clean as you go. And then we're just gonna cut these tomatoes. So again, whenever you're making some grilled tomatoes, you want to make sure that you cut all the edges. Cut all the edges so that they can stand on their own. Alafu nakata hapa tena katikati hivyo. Sawa, we have one tomato, and this is a very good accompaniment to the grill that we made, like the pan breakfast that we made. So mona tunaikata chini hivi ndio iweze kusimama. Right? And then you want to make sure that your pan is really hot. Now, whenever you're doing some grilled tomatoes, you can do a lot of toppings. So olive oil kidogo hapo, and then you can do as many toppings as possible.
On topping on the...
Yeah, you can do oregano topping, you know. You can do cheese topping. It's basically up to you.
Well, did you the tomato itself?
Yeah, that's why you keep on flipping them. You're going to keep on flipping them until they're nice and grilled. And you know, when they grill, they get more juicy. And then at this point, you don't want to overcook them. Pole tu nakapepper
kidogo tu.
Because hutaki zimash. Unataka tu yani just get the nice grill from the outside and still remain tender, still remain almost mbichi kwa ndani.
Mbichi kwa ndani.
Yeah.
Ushaelewa.
So you can do a bit of some garlic if you like as well. On top.
Oh yeah, the garlic paste is back.
Masaa matatu samaki hamna kazi gani?
Jindagoma dede Jindagoma
Sikiliza Bahari FM ili upate maarifa zaidi.
Guys, for all of this month, we are going to be filming from the absolutely awesome Concord Hotel.
It's 15 minutes in a different time zone.
Which is why you're seeing all these cool different atmospheres and sceneries and backgrounds that we've been shooting from this month.
I like you, girl, in particular.
If you guys want to wake up the right way, you need to join Dance with Cheeky every single morning, 5:30, and we'll see you there. Mwah.
Particular, yeah. You in particular.
All right, we apologize for that. We apologize for that kidogo pale hivyo, but that is almost down now. Even as we wrap up and get to the most critical point and the most important point of this is tasting. And also just to remind you guys that, by the way, after this, you don't have to lose ile hope. When the YouTube pale, our digital team, kina Shalton pale hivyo, working hard up hivyo, making sure that this is going to be up there on YouTube, so you can follow the sequence again. You can even replay it from the comfort of your home. Now we'll make sure ya kwamba umefuata steps na hata umetokelezea kama a good cook. If you're expecting some company in the morning, wink wink, you can go ahead and make this breakfast and it's going to be great for you. And also you can follow at Chef Ali Mandri. Why you Tabasco? At Chef Ali Mandri, and he's going to
That's Tabasco.
Right, Chef Ali Mandri is going to go ahead and if you follow him, the recipes are going to post his recipes all through the week where they na pia ukitaka keki mfuate hapo hivyo.
Naweza panda business class by the way.
Ushaelewa?
Naweza panda business class. So that tomato.
So tumesema asante sana. Even as we taste, Citizen Extra is going to be coming up next. Wahiga Maura is going to take over. The hashtag to use is hashtag Citizen Extra. Tukiendelea wapi fork na knife yangu, wajua lazima hata mimi nioje ashaku msima tusi. Basi asanteni sana. Kuna mango kula hapa, just we made the wrap earlier on, chicken and avocado.
Yep.
And then we made this on a breakfast on a pan.
Yeah.
And then we have the mango cooler over here. We have some very good Kericho Gold tea. And also all this of course has been courtesy of Ngong Hills Hotel.
Okay, I'm Chef Kennedy. You are welcome at Ngong. Our breakfast buffet is very cheap at 1,700 only. You are welcome. There is continental, there is a Western breakfast, there is Anglo-American breakfast. So you are welcome at Ngong. Very cheap. Welcome.
This one is Bas Anglo-American. Basi kuna Tabasco inawasha kabisa. Hata sisi tuendelee kutia ndani. Tumeshukuru sana. Continue on behalf of Fred Nimuli, Joy Mudhengi, at Fred Nimuli at Joy_Mudhengi, tunasema shukran sana. Tuonane mazeya. Sisi tuendelea kutia ndani, and Real Madrid fans be warned, Liverpool imepita. Tukutane.